Only moments away on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Hall on a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now it's Richardson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Toronto 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Touchdown! Jonathan Brooks with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken a 1st-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that's certainly familiar. Kelsey making the catch and picking up a first down. And he continues to produce at a high level here in his 12th year in the NFL. He's topped 90 catches in each of the last 6 seasons. And barring something dramatic happening, there's a good chance he'll make it 7 straight when it's all said and done.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 20 carries, 85 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's caught here by Adams. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, you look at this defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Faking the give, Darnold.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 49 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Richardson.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Richardson.
That's complete to Lazard. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action with Richardson. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigma.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. It's Lloyd. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Richardson looking to throw.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now 3rd down and 7. In motion right goes Adams.
To throw is Darnold.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Here's Jackson. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Lloyd, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on third down, Richardson. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Richardson working from the gun.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Richardson. Escape. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, But now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 21-17.
Visitors 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. One more go for this offense in the first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down.
Here's Richardson throwing to start the drive. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Here Richardson yet again.
Touchdown! Alan Lazard in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. From there, we're out to check out another game. And you can see they trail in that one as that game's gone to halftime. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Gardner Minshew, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Richardson.
Another one caught by Collins.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
That's complete. It's Collins. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Handoff right side to Pierce.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold. And that's complete to Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Miles Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. Past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play action. It's Darnold. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Jackson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 31-yard line.
A handoff running left, Brooks.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way. Secondary, they've been power. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll go again with Hall.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
As we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Now an injury timeout, and that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now Darnold.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
A toss left side for Hall.
Shrugs him off. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Darnold. This is caught. Touchdown.
Mike Williams.
A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And the Toronto first down.
Once again, it's Brooks.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The 13 yards that time at a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll give to Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Back to throw, Darnold. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
Here's Hall again. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the... to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Sam Darnold in the offense, down by 15, 44 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and... Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Darnold. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Toronto, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the home team here,